As an international student or new migrant, getting a job in your new country of study or residence is a great way to integrate, meet new people, and develop new skills that will in turn prove incredibly beneficial when you do apply for jobs in your home country or elsewhere abroad. In Australia, job hunting can be fierce competition, with often many stages and hurdles before you even get an interview. In this video, we will go over some suggestions that will help you not only to present yourself in a brighter light, but will also demonstrate to your potential employer why you're the perfect candidate for the job. Hi, I'm Buki Adelaja. I'm the founder of Youenrol Education and the presenter of Youenrol's videos, and you're watching another episode on the Youenrol channel. On this channel, we'll provide you with all the information you need about studying, living and working in Australia without you having to pay costly consultant fees no matter where you are in the world. Our mission is to make your life easier by being your go-to destination for up-to-date information about studying, living and working in Australia. Before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Also, click the bell icon so that you don't miss out on our new videos when they are released. Step 1. Understand your work rights in Australia. If you are an international student in Australia or on a valid student visa, you can work for up to 20 hours per week while classes are in session and for unlimited hours when class is not in session. Hours of work that are required as part of your studies will not count towards your 20 hours, and most volunteer unpaid work are okay too. If you are on other visas that allow you to work in Australia, such as a working holiday visa or other resident visas, be sure to check the conditions of your visa on the Vivo page on the Department of Home Affairs website. If you choose to break these restrictions, you are at risk of having your visa cancelled. So make sure you know the minimum wage in Australia too. You can find out more on that from the Fair Work Australia website. Step 2. Do your research. I cannot stress this enough. Make sure you fully understand what the role entails and what the company does. This will make your application easier to assemble and will also make it easier when it's time for the interview. Each application should be specifically tailored to the role that you are applying for, so don't make it generic. Employers are looking for candidates that have a true desire to work with them and aren't just submitting 100 applications randomly. A good tip is to try your hardest to find out the name of the person who will receive your application and formally address the application to them rather than to whom it may concern. Step 3. Read and address the job ad or description carefully. There are 4 main parts of any job description. Your application should, therefore, address each one and articulate, using examples, how to fulfill each of these. Number 1, values, how the employer works and what it expects of its employees. Check out that you're comfortable with these. Number 2, accountabilities, the day-to-day responsibilities and duties of the role. Your previous work history should have skills and also experiences that are transferable to this role. Number 3, key selection criteria. Often listed in the job description, this outlines the qualities, knowledge, and skills that is required for the role. Include specific examples or situations where you have demonstrated the qualities that they are seeking. Number 4, qualifications. Sometimes specific qualifications will be required and form part of the screening process for the employer. Step 4, make a resume and cover letter that gets the right attention. Another tip is to ensure you submit your resumes as PDFs to avoid any formatting errors. In your resume, include your job history, starting with the most recent. Keep the descriptions short, to the point, and relevant to the job you're applying for. Format the layout to your own unique professional style so that it won't look like others. In your cover letter, make it clear, concise, and easy to read. Try and keep this shorter than 1 page. This is essentially a letter directed to the person responsible for hiring and will describe a little bit about yourself, why you would like to work with the prospective employer, and also explain how you align with each of the selection criteria in the job. Number 5, after you submit your application, follow it up. So put yourself in their shoes. The employer has to filter through an abundance of applications, often on top of their usual workload. If you have not heard back in a week or two after making the application, it's okay to make a polite inquiry. It shows that you are eager and you have initiative. Employers appreciate those who are driven and also determined. Number 6, prepare for the interview. So you got the interview. Well done. You may encounter a broad range of interview styles, from casual lunches to phone interviews or even group interviews. The most important thing is to be prepared, be positive, and be yourself. Situational or behavioral questions. These are one of the most common forms of interview questions. You will be asked to demonstrate your competency for a task by describing a time in which you handled something similar in the past. So take your time to answer the questions properly. We suggest using the STAR approach when responding to ensure your answers are structured. Don't miss out on key elements and finish strong. S for situation, when and where you had the relevant experience. T for task, what was required of you for this experience. A for action, what you actually did in this instance. R for result, how the situation played out and was benefited by your action. Here's an example of what we're talking about. So, the interviewer could ask, tell me about a situation where you provided excellent customer service. You can respond by starting with the situation and say something like, at my previous employer XYZ, I took a call from a customer who was upset that it had taken us so long to reply to her inquiry. This is the task. I apologized, quickly looked up her details and confirmed the issue with her. This is the action. After establishing that her transaction with us had been incorrectly processed, I assessed the degree to which she had been infringed and assured to call her back within the hour. I then explained the situation to my manager and proposed a remedy to which she agreed. I quickly called the customer back and explained how I was resolving the issue and to see if she felt it was adequate. Now, this is the result. The customer was extremely happy with the way I handled the situation. Step 7, do the work behind the scenes. Find out when they plan to make their hiring decision. This will provide you with a timeline and you can follow up to see if you have not heard anything back since the meeting. If successful, the employer may wish to speak to people who can validate your credentials. These are known as your referees. It is a good idea to include those at the end of your resume. Have at least 2 people ready who will be able to speak positively about you in a relevant and occupational sense. So it's better not to choose friends. Here are some websites where you can search for jobs in Australia. Adzuna. This is a highly recommended job search engine which has a great feature called Value My CV that you can use to get a free instant estimate of your market salary as well as tips to improve the quality of your CV. Seek. This is one of the most popular job search sites in Australia where you can find information such as company reviews and so on. Grad Connection for graduate programs and internships. LinkedIn for professional networking and recruitment. Facebook, you can search for groups such as Melbourne Bartender Exchange for hospitality or other jobs in your area. OneShift, this is an employment networking site to get you matched with job vacancies that are relevant to you. And then there is Spot Jobs. This is great for entry-level and part-time jobs. So these are some of the important suggestions that will help you to get the desired results when it comes to finding employment in Australia. I wish you all the best in your employment and career journey. Thanks for watching yet another episode on the Youenrol channel. Do leave your comments as well as your questions in the comment section below this video. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, click the bell icon notified when we release new videos. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.